What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're into our double-digit episode of Light of the Asur this time, trying to defend Ulthuan and finish off the Great Vortex rituals. We're missing one of our cities right now, because last time the Dark Elves sent an intervention force that includes a Lord on a Black Dragon. That's going to be tough to deal with, but we have a couple of armies getting ready. Agnew himself and Sunshine are going to get geared up and go in and fight that next turn, because he's still recruiting a couple of sets of chariots and a phoenix to help him out. We'll be able to deal with it, I'm pretty sure. On the western coast of Ulthuan, the Chaos armies did a little bit of rampaging and a little bit of destruction. They killed off White Peak and the High Vale. But Phoenix, and of course myself, we're going to engage these two armies because they are not going to be able to run away. They're in march stance. So we are going to bring these guys to battle pretty much right off the bat. Up north, we have Chaplain Grimaldus getting ready to take over the Shrine of Cain. And of course he's got his Phoenix, or his Sun Dragon. Phoenix Dragon. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, Dre. Get your head on. So he's going to be fighting up there. We're probably going to do that fight as well. And of course we have all our political machinations going on, where a lot of people are starting to really like us. And we're going to be able to confederate with some of them very shortly here. So we've got a lot of combat ahead of us to restore the Glittering Tower, get the ritual complete, and then move on towards the ritual of the Scholar. But to start this episode off in a grand fashion, Phoenix, we are going to get you to move right here. And that should put you in reinforcement range for us for this big battle. So let's go on, get into this, and see how much fun we can have. Apparently we are overwhelmingly winning this fight. But I've been looking forward to this all week. I want to do this fight in particular because this is the last of the Chaos armies on our shores, up here anyway. And then we can probably slide down and help out down south to reclaim the Glittering Tower. We only have 8 turns left, so we're going to get in and do this fight ourselves. Phoenix is going to come in as reinforcements and bring along a couple of dragons with him. And him hitting from the side with his fast and strong units, while our spearmen and our archers hold the line, is going to be a little interesting. I'm looking forward to this. Alright, so Phoenix is going to be coming in from over here. Their reinforcements are going to come in from back there. This hill presents a little bit of a problem. Just a tiny bit. I'm going to set our spearmen up, and we're going to go up and try to claim the top of this hill so that our eagle claws can shoot down there. So we're going to be moving pretty fast. I'll sit in the center there, and we'll bring our eagle claws and we'll face them this way for now. They might be able to get a shot or two off. So, that all said and done, let's get into this, and we're going to pause right off the bat. Alright, so we're going to try and move up and take this hill and see if we can get onto it immediately. Send our troops down in there. I'm of course going to sit right there, and we'll get our archers to come in behind, give them a little bit of extra range for being up on high ground. But the big thing is we're going to get these eagle claws way up on top of the hill so they can shoot, and we're going to set them to their multi-shot round. So we're going to start off, and Phoenix's forces should be coming in quickly. Going to be a lot of little minute pauses and tweaks while we're doing this to try and get everything set up how we want it. Fair number of groups for what we're doing too. So let's try to link up our forces as nicely as we can. Those are Lyrian Reaver archers. We're just going to send them off on their own. There's probably going to be more light armored archers coming in. But I want to get these dragons as close to the fighting as we can, as quickly as we can. And Phoenix, we need you right in the center of all this. I'm kind of acting as a forward scout for us right now.
With me. Tireless. Battle awaits. Loyal. Moving out. Archer.
Not exactly how I expected the start of this fight to go, but it'll work. Let's pause again really quick, and we're going to get our dragons to both send down a breath on this unit of Chaos Warriors. That should do a lot to discourage them. Big goal, of course, right now is to break the enemy before they can do much to us. Send the dragons in after those marauders. And then we'll have our archers turn and fire at the Chaos Warriors. Now that the dragons have routed those units, we'll get them back up in the air. Their breath should be almost cooled down. And we're going to have you come over and breathe on that unit. And we will have you simply turn and breathe on those Marauder Horsemen. Of course, Phoenix does have some Eagle Claws of his own. Love to get them up on the hill too. It's not necessarily the best firing angle in the world, but we'll deal with it. So we've pretty much routed the entire enemy force at this point, the ones that were engaged with us to begin with. So let's set up and get ready for the next set of chaos baddies that are coming in. Now, which set of Eagle Claws is that? Having multiple sets of artillery is a lot of fun. The increased range and increased damage that they can do is just fantastic. And we just got to make sure that our leaders are well within range to give their aura to everyone that they're helping out. Phoenix, your archers can go after that Chaos Lord because you've routed the other forces. And we'll include our Illyrian archers in that. It's a lot of wasted arrows for a single target, but it's kind of funny watching him stagger all the time, getting arrows in the back.
Spearmen. For Asur.
The Chaos Lords would be so cool if they weren't so utterly evil.
Destruction awaits.
Alright, so that Chaos Lord is broken. These spearmen can come and take their place if I can click them properly. And Phoenix's archers can come and join the party. So now we have the rest of the Chaos Force to deal with. We're going to send our healthier dragon over to breathe on those, and our less healthy dragon to breathe on the Chaos Spawn. Just a mass of arrows getting fired down at Chaos Warhounds and all of these troops coming in. Hopefully our bolt throwers will be in position to start firing pretty quick here. And they have a hell cannon. Where did that shot come from? We're going to send our dragons off to deal with that hell cannon. Let's roll our chariot and Tyrannoc archers up here. They can get in on the fun too.
Asur, warrior.
I really do like the look of the Chaos armor, but they're utterly evil and need to be destroyed. There's just a big pile of Chaos right in the center there.
Using magic against us.
They're curling down that flank,
Spearmen.
which is not good. Not good at all. So we're going to bring our Tyrannoc chariots over to fight those Chaos warriors. And Phoenix, we're going to get you go after them too. This unit of spearmen can probably disengage and fight them off as well. Because we don't want them getting to our bolt throwers.
We'll be back.
Dead Chaos Hounds just lying around.
Glittering host. Battle ready.
Phoenix, since you're there, go after that sorcerer. See if you can knock him out of the fight. Just waves of bolts being sent out. It's glorious confusion and destruction happening. And I guess our dragons have already taken care of the Hell Cannon, which is kind of awesome. So that's round one, pretty much done.
The Asur have triumphed.
And we are going to do the forced labor to regenerate our soldiers a little bit better.
Setting forth.
And that takes care of the Puppets of Chaos. So coming to think of it, we are going to put Phoenix into march stance, and he's going to try and book it as fast as he can to help out down here, because he has dragons, and dragons are incredibly powerful.
Champion.
And I can't quite reach that city just yet, and I can't take it over in march stance. Apparently I can't click today either.
Shall be done.
But I'm going to go reclaim the High Vale, and that'll help us out. So next up on the roster is Chaplain Grimaldus, taking on the Shrine of Cain.
The Asur need me.
Last time, I think we were trying to wait and see how many turns... Yes, they're going to suffer attrition next turn, and I almost clicked retreat. That would have been bad. Whew. So he's going to wait a turn, and then, well, probably two, to take them on. And we do have additional Chaos forces coming in.
Can I offer assistance?
Let's toss Sunshine into encamp. We're not really making that much gold per turn, but it'll give her some defense while we're holding on here. And we have Senina. Try to wound that Death Hag. And you were successful. Good job. And we are going to give you the Shield of Safri for this level. It's a giant ward save around her, which is great. Less damage for our troops. And we can upgrade something in Eatane. Etania? I don't know. I can never pronounce the Elvish words in this game, or this series, really. So we're actually going to hang on to the gold that we have. We don't have a lot. We've been suffering a fair bit. And these guys are going to come in and make life even more difficult. So we're going to end the turn there and see where it goes.
Orders.
And that is the High Elf Intervention Force. 3 dragons, 3 Great Eagles, 5 Dragon Prince units, couple of Phoenix Guard, bunch of Bolt Throwers, and their Lords on a Dragon. not exactly a light force. Is he going to come and attack the Glittering Tower? He is going to siege the Glittering Tower. Or, Lothern, actually. He's already sacked the Glittering Tower. That makes our job just that much easier. And Kothik's taking care of the northern shores. A lot of scaling ships over there, so kind of worried.
If what you seek is for the greater good, my sword is yours.
Alright, Negrith, what do you want? A defensive alliance alignment for only 100 gold. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. 100 gold is worth the defensive alliance. Especially since we are trying to fight off so much. And that would be one of my subs coming in to say hello. And unfortunately, dude, middle of recording. So, sorry. And of course, the Pirates of Sartosa are still doing something on the eastern coast.
God be good. You have the nerve to stand before me?
Yeah, I'm not offering you a peace treaty. We're going to be ever at war with chaos. No idea what the Skaeling are actually up to right now. They're really hammering Kothik pretty hard. But we've been leaving the eastern half of the island to other elves and had to take a couple of hammer blows ourselves. So, there is that. It's the warband of the Eagle that I'm kind of worried about, though. Those are some pretty large ships, large fleets coming in, all at Lothern. I don't know if they're actually allied with the Dark Elves. If they are, this could be an extremely difficult fight. One which we have to win. Big time, because A, Lothern is one of the biggest centers of income for us. And 2, it's a lot, or part of our ritual. I can think real good, I swear. Alright, so Lothern's under siege. The Black Pyramid of Nagash is way off in the south. I don't think we're going to get to it. And because Lothern is being sieged, we're losing a lot of money. Okay, we don't even need to worry about that. With Sunshine and the garrison, we're just going to auto-resolve because there's no way we're going to lose.
Take them captive.
Alright, so there's the Dark Elf intervention gone.
Your word.
And Agnew, we're going to give you Valor of Ages for this rank. More damage against Dark Elves, and if you get another level of it, you'll be better against the other forces of evil and chaos and destruction.
Your demise is certain.
Protector of Ulthuan.
I'm kind of curious as to whether or not you could take them on the ocean.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
Can I offer assistance?
What we could do is drop Sunshine into normal stance.
Asur, rejoice.
And pop her just outside the settlement in the water.
Primed for action.
And then have Agnew go in.
Retreat!
And there we go.
The greater good has triumphed.
There's another Chaos Army down.
Prince of
So
Ulthuan.
good job, Agnew, and you'll get your other level of Valor of Ages. So heck of a lot more damage against
Across the way.
all forces of chaos. And we're going to have you engage this warband probably. They might make it up towards Angerial,
You may approach.
but we can deal
returning
with
to
that.
shore.
And Sunshine. For this level, we are going to give you, where is Malthlan? Your Lothern Sea Guard are going to be awesome, and it increases our income from ports faction-wide. So, win-win. And then next turn, you're going to go down and reclaim the Glittering Tower. Make life easy over there. So this didn't actually turn out as bad as I thought it was going to. I was thinking it was going to be a lot more fighting.
Your orders?
And we're going to recolonize the High Vale, and immediately bring it up to a hamlet. And are we able to build a Shrine of Azuran? Untainted, +6 for that province. It's only got 15% Chaos Corruption, but it's increasing right now. So yeah, we're going to build a Shrine of Azuran there. Kind of kills our treasury, but it's needed. And where are you going, Lutania? So you just run out of supplies and are starting to suffer attrition. Not Grimaldus, of course, but the city. There we go. So one more turn, and we will do that fight. And we'll see what happens down south. And Phoenix, you might be turning around
Traveling.
and going straight back to White Peak. So we'll see what happens on the next turn. Senina, we still got to get you out and doing something, so let's get you to... you can't block Ingmir's army, but you can't steal tech either. Not a high enough success chance. So we're going to get you to go over and start messing around with the scaling armies that are over here. And I'm going to be sending Chaplain over to get that Skull Reef as soon as the Shrine of Cain is taken out. It's kind of a big deal. So we have 7 turns to reclaim the Glittering Tower, and I think we're going to do that. We can only perform the Invocation of Vol, but since we're not actually sieging a battle that we know we can't win, not really any point in wasting the gold. So let's see what happens when the computer players take over. Here's Malekith himself. His armor is so cool, and he's up to a Cold One chariot, which is kind of frightening. His upgrades are a Cold One Chariot, and then his special Black Dragon, whose name escapes me at the moment. I don't know why. I'm usually pretty good in remembering dragon names, but it's a Seraphon. There we go. I knew it would come to me. Big, ugly, mean black dragon that likes to bite things. And Latania wants to capture White Peak, I'm guessing. So, Phoenix, you're probably going to turn around and grab it. If we have the cash for it. I'm really hoping we have the cash for it. Otherwise we have to confederate with Negrith to get that whole area back, because I don't want to fight them. And Yvres is still running around like a head with its chicken cut off, which doesn't help us, doesn't necessarily hurt us, but having the Pirates of Sartosa down there too is a little odd. So they've been doing this back and forth the entire playthrough. I have no idea what's in the computer's head, or the leader of these nations, I should say. No idea why it's doing that. It does kind of worry me that the Fortress of the Damned, even though it is a capital, has that big of an army in close proximity to it for the Norse that are up there. The Scalings, who knows what they're up to? They are on Ulthuan now, and I'm probably going to have to send Chaplain Grimaldus over there to deal with them. And he changed to stance rating. He's not going to be able to get to Angerial, I don't think. The question is Agnew going to be able to catch him? Alright, so in order for things that we have to do, colonizing the Glittering Tower is more important. Because now our ritual is back on track.
Faithful servant.
And Agnew can catch him. It's a question of whether or not they are going to stay and fight us. And they're going to stay and fight us, but it's kind of outside the realm of what I would figure would be a good fight. So we'll decimate them. They're not really able to take on any of our garrisons now.
I go. Prime for action.
And we'll finish them off. But first, Agnew, we're going to make you a little bit faster. And that's Chaplain Grimaldus himself. And we're just going to finish these guys off. And Agnew is going to destroy the Warband of the Eagle. So we're going to complete our ritual pretty much on time. We're going to make Agnew hard to hit. And we're going to try and dump him into Angerial. And that means that Tania, yeah, without going into normal stance, you're not going to be able to get back in time. Are we able to capture White Peak now that we've got gold from destroying a faction? Yes, we are. So we've got Tyrannok back. It's going down in Chaos Corruption fairly significantly now. And we can probably cancel that construction. Set it back up there. Have another commandment here, which will give us more tax rate. And we'll start rebuilding the Glittering Tower. It's a fair bit of progress on that tower lost. Then again, we did have a giant Chaos army come through. But with them defeated, we are sitting pretty.
Ever vigilant.
My forces are still regenning from colonizing the High Vale, so can't really do much there. But we can go in and take on this fight. Let Chaplain Grimaldus
My prowess is
get his aggression out. Again, been looking forward to this one for a while. I had to wait an extra episode for it. It wasn't so much fun. Alright, so this is the second major siege engagement that we have fought with the good Chaplain. And just like always, it's going to be a fun time. Okay, we do not want archers holding siege equipment. But we do want all of our archers in groups at least. Make it slightly easier. And PC is on a Great Eagle? Yes, he is on a Great Eagle. So we're pretty set for how we're looking right now. This siege tower we want on that wall. This one we're going to send on this wall. And this one is going to come over on that corner. Chaplain's going to move up there. PC is going to move up here. This siege tower is going to go there. Essentially just fill in all the holes in along the wall. Each one gets a siege tower. This set of archers, the unarmored ones, are going to shoot up there. And now it's a death hag. Not so worried about a death hag. So yes, they're going to shoot those dark shards. Or at least I'm going to get them close and just let them start shooting themselves. Not shooting themselves, but shooting by themselves. Send that there. Alright. Let's watch our forces roll on in. And of course, we should probably break down the gate. And Grim, who's going to be the target of your fury first? Let's make it those dark shards. And then we're going to get you to get in and attack, because we don't want you getting hurt up there. Suddenly Dragon. Nothing like a nice dragon tail whip and do things. Unfortunately, the dragon is kind of out of control right now.
Nobles! Retribution! The cowards attack from afar!
And our spearmen are now pouring out onto the walls.
Guardians of order! Attack! Spearmen! Order! We will obey! Heal! Purify! Spearmen!
So pretty much the only way to go now, Druchii, is down off of the walls and away from the angry dragon, angry guy riding a bird. All of the anger.
At your command! Following orders! To war!
Chaplain, we need to get you back in the air so that you can turn around and do this.
Restoring order! Spearmen! Order! Ever loyal!
That did a fair amount of damage. I'm not seeing many purple circles even though they've activated their ability.
Today.
This fight is lost! This is madness! Only a fool would stay! Get out of here! Let son of die!
Alright, PC. Is there any rallying force back there? There is. There's some Dark Riders with shields. And Chaplain, we're going to get you to come in because there's another unit of Dark Rider with repeater crossbows. And of course their Lord. We're going to group up our spearmen finally and get them to advance into there. Get our archers to advance inside the gates.
Ever vigilant! Your will! Our order is waning! The battle is lost!
And it looks like pretty much everything is routed. But they got really nowhere to run to except for deeper into the city. So, there you go. Decisive victory. We only lost 79 elves, even though that's still too many, in a siege battle. And of course we're going to occupy it, because they are our people stuck in there after all. And we now have Nagaraith, the area, completely under our control.
Order must be maintained.
And not a lot of chaos corruption. Public order's pretty low, but that will go away next turn. And we're going to let Chaplain regen himself and his forces a little bit. We do have access to the higher tier stuff now, but I think for this rank, and rank 20 is always hard for the Lords. Do you get a Star Dragon, or do you get Immortality? Immortality. But we're going to give him Blade Master. Make his weapon damage go up a little bit. That takes care of a lot of the Druchii that are still on Ulthuan. We just got the Phoenix Gate left, and does it have... It has a really strong garrison, so we'll probably have to siege that at some point in the future. I don't really want to upgrade the Shrine of Azuran just yet. I would much rather continue rebuilding the cities that were lost in the Chaos Invasion. However, Auric, we can get you to go out and start collecting some ocean stuff again. I know we just put you back into port. I kind of forgot what we were going to do with you, but that's besides the point. So we'll send you out to deal with that. And Sunshine? No, you're still a little bit too far away from that, so... Agnew... Yeah, we're going to get you to go out, go full speed ahead, and head towards this one on the inner sea. think there's a couple in here, actually. Might just be the one, but I think there's a couple. I only see the one, so I'm lying to myself. But that's okay. So we're not going to upgrade any settlements this turn. We're going to end the turn, and our research will finish next turn. So Sinina is going to keep heading east. I'd love to get in contact with the lore masters of Hoeth. If I could confederate with them, I would get my other legendary lord, Master Teclis of the White Tower. Most powerful mage amongst the High Elves? Probably amongst all mortal races, to be perfectly honest. Sarah, why were you all the way out west when there are scalings all over the place in your province? Just asking. No particular reason. It's not like you need to keep your cities intact or anything. Silly Cathik. Silly, silly, silly. I was kind of hoping that the intervention force would have stopped the Druchii from completing their ritual, but unfortunately, the Witch King himself went over there and said no. It's going to happen. Ooh, there's another skill reef right there. That's another 10,000 gold, which we could really use at this point. So we're probably going to send someone over there to collect it later. I'm really hoping, too, that Yvres and Kothik are not at war with one another. I mean, they're both allied with me, which doesn't hurt. I think they have military alliance with one another, too, so that's not too bad. And if we can get either Avalorn or I think it's Lyrian in the center ring right now to confederate with us, that would give us a lot of income. But again, I have no idea what the scaling are going to end up doing. They're raiding right now, which is not too bad. They might be going for Elysia. Or they could just be coming west. They just go straight west. Chaplain, you may not get as much rest and relaxation as you'd hoped. You're going to go out and deal with them. Alright, so we researched Waystone Network, which helps. I gained the trait Builder. Not too bad for that. So with the Waystone Network in place, we can get Upholders of Order. Plus 10 relations with all High Elves and Lizardmen. It's not too bad. But I think we're going to go for Military Advancements 2 or 3 first. Military Advancements 3? 3. I can count. I swear. So that we can start getting the heavy armor for things like our Phoenix Guard, White Lions, and Lore Masters. And we'll go with Fell Cargo, and you got a Helm of Discord. Not too bad. I mean, it's an area hex. That significantly hurts the melee attack and defense of everyone around you, and Trunk of Maps, of course, gives you magic item drop chance and campaign line of sight. Is there anything else along this coastline that you can get to? Well, let's just send you up here. You can probably circle the entirety of the island. Probably send you over to help deal with the Norsemen that are coming in. Chaplain, your forces aren't completely regened yet. But you're a significantly larger army stack than that. So we're going to send you in. And because they lost their military presence, they are now suffering. So we're just going to stop taxing them for a couple of turns. I am well aware we must restore order. And to do that, we're going to build a plaza. That'll definitely help out. So down here, Sunshine, I'm going to get you to pop back into Lothern. Just in case. And Agnew can pick up this wreck.
My strength is rewarded.
That's a bit of experience and a fair amount of gold. Which doesn't hurt. And an Itanian Vinter. Not bad. I really do like the fact that you can just pick up so much cool stuff from treasure hunting, essentially. But if I remember correctly, and there's another shipwreck there, there's a Skull Island? Yeah, up there. So, I'm guessing that's the end of the Chaos stacks, and we don't have to worry about it too much. Agnew, we're going to send you around. We're going to let Phoenix and myself regen for the rest of this turn. And I think that's pretty much all we can do. Except for Senina. We're going to send you after that Chaos Lord to try and block him. And Phoenix, you have an unassigned skill point. Again, Valor of Aegis. I really, really like that talent. Just because I tend to use my heroes and lords as character slayers and combatants in their own right. And yes, definitely worth it to get High Veil back up. Sooner we can restore all of the areas that were destroyed in the Chaos Invasion, the better off we're going to be. And I'm guessing that Litania is going home now? Back to the Unicorn Gate? How are we looking for diplomacy? Avalorn isn't liking us too much. Well, they're starting to deteriorate anyway. Nagorite's improving. The only people that don't like us are Tyrannok. But they're improving. So that's not too bad. Everyone else is pretty much deteriorating. So let's take a look on the inside here. We've got Illyrian. I think Illyrian's the next one we're going to try and confederate, and then Avalorn after that. Because Yvres kind of gives us a buffer here, and Yvres likes us. So let's go in. We do not have enough influence to actually affect them. We're going to have to get our heroes back out securing influence. So I guess that's it for this turn. Let's see what the other empires decide to do. And Clan Morris has started their ritual for the third time. Skaven have been completely unsuccessful trying to manipulate the Vortex, which I'm okay with. I'm completely okay with. They have Swordmasters. I'm a little jealous. Swordmasters are probably one of the coolest heroes in the game, simply because of the skills that they get, both offensive in melee combat and some really solid spells. And she has Phoenix Guard. That means she's got a pretty powerful Shrine of Azuran somewhere. And they are awesome. Charge defense against everything. And they're nigh unbreakable. So yeah, they're something that's on our list to get, especially if we're going to go over and probably try to destroy Nagorond and maybe Clan Morris headquarters if we can find it. Kind of worries me that the Deadwood Sentinels are up there messing around with everything else. Druchii are recruiting there. We might have to hold off on going east to fight the Skaeling. Pirates are retreating and losing a bunch of their troops apparently. Yeah. So Carlos, are you coming towards us again? No, you're going to go for Elysia. We're going to have to come in and dissuade you from that course. Unless you get reinforced. But you lost? You lost. So we might be able to beat back all those scaling armies and really help Kothik out. See a couple of sorcerers in there. Chaos sorcerers worry me because they have pretty much the strength of a combat lord while being magic users. So Clan Moors is trying again for the ritual. And they only have to hold one site for this round. Alright. And we got our military advancements.
Protector of Ulthuan.
But you know what, guys? That's probably a pretty good place to end it for this week. Had a couple of really decent fights. Chaplain finally got to let the dragon destroy some more walls and people on the walls and breathe fire. And it was awesome. I loved it. I love the dragons in this game. I love dragons, period. So if you did like the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, possibly see your name pop up in this or other Let's Plays, or join me for one of the Wednesday one-offs, just hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes up. Until next time, guys, remember, life is a game, so play to win, and take care.